It's been a long, grueling 2 days of competition here at the Oshawa Curling Club, but in the next 2 hours, final playoff spots will be decided.
Close.
Welcome everyone tuning in as we bring you live inside the Oshawa Curling Club for the final round robin draw here from the World Financial Group Canadian Junior Cup. 8 games are on the ice here in this final draw, and everyone with playoff implications. My name is Matthew Hall. Sitting beside me in the booth today, we got Rob Faulds. Thanks for coming out, Rob.
My pleasure. Good to be with you again.
And let's take a look at our marquee matchup here that we have on sheet 4. Throwing the Red Stones out of the Northern Credit Union Community Centre in Sudbury, Ontario, Brendan Rajala. Facing off from the Brant Curling Club, Team Daniel Hocevar. And we'll take a look at the team lineups here. For Team Hocevar, throwing the Yellowstones, the lead, Matthew Abrams. Second, Jacob Clark. Third, Joel Matthews. The skip, Daniel Hocevar. Facing off against lead, Adam Wersima. Second, Jesse Crozier. The vice, Jackson Dubinsky. And they're skipped by Brendan Rajala.
Okay.
Both of these teams with a 1-1 record. There are 2 U21 men's games here in this final round robin draw. And Rob, it's going to be a fun one to watch. Both of these teams at 1-1, both 1-1 in the other men's games. Both games are win or go home for those final playoff spots.
Makes it interesting because the pressure is on. You have to make sure you call a game that's going to be solid. Make sure you are convinced that you're making the right shot. You have to make sure you understand the ice and how much it breaks. But they've had time now since the event began to get a little bit more comfortable on the Oshawa Curling Club ice.
Absolutely. Third event of the week, or third game of the event for both of these teams. And we've slowly, steadily been seeing the teams react quite well to the ice conditions. Very fast, lots of curl out here. They've been doing quite well, but I would expect, like you said, maybe things to stay a little bit tight here in this final game with playoff spots on the line. Maybe see not too many rocks in play early until everybody has their feet underneath them.
I was going to say, you've been here all week. Have you noticed a more defensive style, or have you noticed it's fairly wide open?
Well, I think I've seen that sort of defensive style mostly in the first couple games as teams struggle to adjust to the speed of the ice. We're running about 16 seconds hog to hog here. And we saw a lot of heavy misses in those first 2 games for a lot of the teams. I think they've done well to sort of pull that weight back, and because of those misses before, they had to play things a little bit tighter, make sure games didn't get out of hand early. I would expect once they get their feet underneath them here, I think we're going to see some rocks in play. We're going to have a fun game to watch.
And, of course, you have to realize that both these teams at 1-1, knowing that a win is so vitally important, you have to control your emotions. You have to make sure that the adrenaline doesn't get the better part of you.
Yep.
Getting a second look here at Jesse Crozier throwing the second stones for Brendan Rajala. This Rajala team, well experienced, have played together for a number of years, it seems. U18 provincial champions out of Northern Ontario last season. And Jackson and Brandon, Canadian junior silver medalists last year in Roy Noranda, Quebec. So plenty of success and experience for this young squad.
Off.
On the other side for Team Hocevar, also most of the players have competed at the Canadian Juniors, U Sports. All 4 of them play on their university teams. Plenty of experience to match up there. And a great freeze there we saw with that Redstone coming down, bumping that yellow back a bit. So there is a little bit of space for Jacob Clark to get to the inside here. Try to push that Redstone past the yellow.
Gas already? You're gassed already? 8! Tighter path! 8! Oh, God.
Looks like it's tight with the curl.
Yep.
6!
We have seen this turn curling quite a bit more than the other side of the sheet.
Gotta go hard!
Plenty of teams have gotten caught on it.
Here's okay. You don't have backing anymore.
They're able to squeeze it through.
Draw weight the same as last game? Whoa. Is draw weight the same as last game?
Almost 15. I got 14. 8.
Yeah, so maybe a bit.
Yeah.
The ice seems to have come down about a second since the start of competition. We were seeing
It's close
closer to
shot,
15-5,
but
even 16 at times in those first couple games.
The ice crew does a terrific job here at the Oshawa Curling Club.
Little up. Where?
Jackson Dubinsky now with his first stone of the end.
Where? Gotta be top 4. Oh!
It was a draw to the button to determine who would have the hammer in this game.
Nothing!
With so much on the line, Team Hocevar just slips to the back of the forefoot, so there was room for Brendan Rajala to come away with the hammer. Fortunately, it just pulled the string a little bit. His sweepers worked it all the way down, but only got it to the top 12. So Team Hocevar does start with the hammer here. In a little bit of trouble here in this first end.
Already starting to get a little clutter at forefoot, and now trying to clean up.
Yep! Whoa! Yep!
Nicely done.
Really good.
Leaves
Excellent
one.
run back. Joel Matthews cleaning things up a little bit for the team. I believe it's still one red sitting at the back of the forefoot, mostly exposed now, and that's the most important thing, especially as you said early in this game, making sure you keep the game close. When I always found myself in these big games where you're playing for a playoff spot or even in the playoffs, my goal was always that after the first 4 ends, that it's just a 1-point game. And don't let the game get out of hand early.
Unfortunately,
Like
makes the round kind of double.
We're 1-2.
It just slips by there, gets caught a little bit down that path, pushes the red past his yellow. So right now, Team Hocevar sitting 2 and the chance to split the rings here for 3.
You put that one out. I get it, but I wasn't even remotely close to that one. Like, that needs to be tightened up.
That outturn path, I've been watching this sheet specifically the entire competition. That outturn path going away has proved really tricky for a lot of teams. It has a bit more curl than the other side of the sheet, but it is very weight sensitive. If you throw just that pound extra weight than what is asked for, it can run a lot straighter than you expect it to.
Whoa! Right here.
Settle.
It's perfect.
Well, setting up nicely for an opening deuce.
try here.
I guess maybe we could have brought it deep.
What kind of weight?
Control. Could have called it deeper, but he's always gonna have a roll somewhere. I think.
No matter what we do, we're going to have a roll.
Yeah.
It's a perfect spot for me.
As Brendan makes his way down the ice, we'll get his first look at him in the first end here. Trying to clean things up for his team. Would love to make a crosshouse double if possible. You can get away with hitting it maybe a little bit thick,
Got a
rolling to the other
14.97
side of the
on it.
rings.
A bit slower on the path.
Plenty of catchers over there.
Yeah.
Yep. Whoa! Yep.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yeah, need the roll.
Whoa!
Can't.
Roll.
It's very
Okay, whoa!
Right up. Yep.
And it rolls just a little too far.
Yeah.
But
Well, I think now we
eliminated
go
one
here.
of the yellows. Still sitting 2.
Right, because now, like, if you get back here,
Maybe
that's
just
my
do
bad.
just
That's
too
all
much weight at that then. Sometimes when you're looking at those
Same ice.
crosshouse doubles or those big hit and rolls, you want to choose a weight where it's impossible to roll out too far over the top. If you can
Still need a full 8.
so if you drop
Fully.
the weight down a little bit, he could have still made the double, but if he hits it a little bit thicker as he did, you end
like
up
full
making the
8.
roll in front of the rocks.
We gotta be so deeper than last time, like behind T, but full 8 at a depth where we don't want to be touching the 12 foot at all. Like a solid full 8. Like try not to get too close to the 12. Okay. I got a 14.97 on Joel's. Yeah.
Great discussion with his sweepers there who saw that last draw down this same path. Would like to replicate it.
Should be all there. All there.
9 was
All there.
what he got.
Hey, Joel's
Say
rock!
all there. It looks like it's got a
Right here!
little carry to it.
Here! Hey! Joel's rock! Only
14-3.
14-2. No! Up! Up!
Back 8, back 12.
A little bit heavy's okay if it puts the brakes on, and
toss.
it will.
That's pretty flat, but
It's good. Good judge, guys. Good judge.
I mean,
As we look across
It's okay.
the sheets here inside the Oshawa Curling Club, we'll keep you updated on all the playoff
A little
implications.
deeper, but it's kind of
We've got our producers, Cass and Jacqueline, behind us, working out all the different possibilities. And as we can report news, they'll feed it through to us, and we'll let you know.
They're doing the math.
Oh yeah,
shot. Norm.
lots of draw scores to go through, brackets to fill out, but we'll keep you updated on everything as we
Right.
figure it out.
Important shot early in the game.
Yeah, you can get away with giving up an early deuce. Still plenty of game to play, but those threes, those crooked numbers can sometimes be really killer.
Yep.
Kind of turned it in, but
Yep. Hard.
Yeah!
Whoa. Yep.
Gets one.
No, Jess. No.
And it will stick around. Second shot.
There's no shot.
Looks like second shot.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Free.
And even
Well, I
more
mean, it'll be
important,
the
looks like
tap,
he
but-
pushed
Nice
that
roll.
Yellowstone far enough, so no easy
We're
taps or
2-3 now,
anything
so
for
it's
multiple
not- I don't
points.
think
It'll
there's a
just be an
shot
open
for
draw to the
11-2.
forefoot for two.
Yep. Good throw.
A little more. Matt. A little more.
And a great start to this game by the hosts of our team. Winning hammer is obviously, I like to say, one of the most important single moments of a game
Yeah.
is winning that draw for hammer. Even better if you can capitalize on it with a multi-score right in the first.
It's such a skill set now. It has become such an important part of the game because it means something. It's as everybody says now, it's almost like an extra win.
Well, we see it at every level. We see at the World Championships where they've eliminated the tiebreaker
Let's go,
games.
boys!
Teams are
Close.
making it into playoffs or out. We saw that at the Olympics.
Look up!
Team Canada missing the playoffs because of
Nice,
draw
good.
for
Holy
hammer.
now.
At many of the most
It's okay.
recent slams, I'm sure you've seen
It's okay.
teams are getting into playoffs and getting out of playoffs because of those
Boy!
draws. It really is extremely important, not just to win a single match, but to get yourself further in a competition. As this rock comes into the rings, we'll settle down in the forefoot, and we'll count 2 points for Daniel Hocevar at the start of this one. He'll take a 2-0.
Peace of mind, the life you want, and financial independence. At World Financial Group, we believe your path to any of these goals is paved by financial knowledge. That's why our agents spend every day empowering individuals and families of all backgrounds with the knowledge to create the life they want. No matter your financial goals, WFG can help you own your future. Visit worldfinancialgroup.com to learn more.
15-4.
Picking up back here in the second end as we watch Matt Abrams deliver the first stone here for Daniel Hocevar.
Line's good.
And really no complaints for Daniel here. A
Running
well
well.
executed first end leads to a deuce.
All right, guys. 16-1. You can get
couple
it there.
of-
All right.
Not even, I would say, that key misses for
Keep going,
the
keep going,
Rajala
keep going.
side either. They made an
the
excellent
corner.
freeze on Jackson Dubinsky's
Corner?
first, but it was a
Yeah,
huge
good.
run back by Joel Matthews that opened everything up. Just an unfortunate flash by Jackson Dubinsky, and they found themselves in a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
So
practice.
would
it
just
was
like to
looking
tighten up
quick.
that
Now it's-
execution a little bit going forward, but I feel like they're going to have some opportunities here to kick back.
Yeah. So like a 15 no sweep is probably fine. Yeah.
Real tight.
Tight.
Got to set the corners.
Just leave it. Is it in? Yeah, it's in. Okay.
Leave it.
Right here. Yeah, hold away.
This is going to change the complexion of the end as that slides in.
Lead rock's so incredibly important. Almost never too flashy, but when you get misses like that, it can take an entire end away from your team. So really important that figures out that draw weight, the guard weight, and gets those up when they need them.
Lead. Yep. Hard. Right to it. Hard.
14 men and 14 women's teams made their way to Oshawa to compete in this event. And it's a big prize on the line. The top finishing Canadian team on both the men's and women's side will earn an all-inclusive paid trip to Switzerland to compete at the Swiss Cup, the sister event of the Canadian Junior Cup, in Bern, Switzerland in February.
Up.
Not a bad carrot.
On every team, the Swiss trip has been done now for a couple of years, and every team that I've talked to that has come back after going on that trip has raved about what an amazing experience it was. We have a couple defending champions here in the event who say they would like nothing more than to get back there to earn that trip and do the whole thing over again. So definitely something a lot of these teams are striving for. And, you know, whether it's a world championship or something like this, those opportunities to wear a maple leaf to represent your country, they are few and far between, and something that I think everybody wants to strive for.
Hard.
Nice sweep here to hold the line.
Roll.
Get a little roll.
Right over. Yep.
Sweet.
Lead Stone slipping into the rings. Brendan Rajala, I think, just scrambling here. Would
Yeah.
love to get a blank. No doubles yet, but just keep trying to make some small hit and rolls. Hope that later on in the end you can get the stones closer together where you're going to have a chance for that.
Yes.
And that's a good start.
Yeah, and Hocevar will try to have that go to the 8 foot on the right side, just to keep the split.
Lead. Whoa, right off. Curl.
Iron, right to it. Anything. Okay.
Tried to get a little bit of extra movement there by Matt Abrams. Ended up just hitting it on the nose, so
No, I think it was close.
Trying to clean
close.
things up now. Looking
Way
at the
back.
double.
I don't know. It's
a little bit thick for the double.
He'll
But
need-
if you throw it hard and you end up hitting it a little bit thick and rolling over to it,
Not bad to get stuck to it.
Yep. Hard.
And rolls under.
what's that?
those are key misses that we
I think that's
look for at this level. I really think, you know, when you look at the difference between, say, the top teams and maybe those next up-and-coming teams at any level, at the top men's,
they were
but
sweeping
I
one of
think
the
it
better
applies
go-out.
here, especially to the junior level, is those top teams, those, you know, those Adines, those Gushus of the world, they
Mine's
can
good.
make the flashy shot. Back against the wall, if it comes down to it, great throwers, they're going to make it. But the
Let it
reason
curl a
they're the
bit.
best teams is
Mine's
that
good.
they never make those small mistakes. Those hit and rolls
Mine's
out,
good.
rollouts, those freezes that just bump and roll
Easy,
off.
easy.
They're
Whoa,
so
whoa,
good at the easy
whoa.
shots that
Finish,
they almost
finish.
never find themselves
Whoa.
in that troublesome situation where they have to make the hero shot.
And they have the skill set too. That, as you said, too, if they do start to get themselves in a little bit of
Is it
trouble, they
third?
have the big weight. They can throw, clean up a mess, and try to get themselves a blank end. Had a big discussion on inside curling with Kevin Martin, Warren Hansen, about blank ends, and so well, everybody would love to see more scoring, but they put in the 5-rock rule to get scoring. They get the no tick rule in to get more scoring. These guys are so good, and they get into a situation, they clean it up.
Yeah, and it's
And so the
you
blank
can't
is
really
part-
limit
no.
the skill set.
No.
You can implement rules to try and force more aggressiveness, but the skill set will always be
Yeah.
there. And as long as it's beneficial to a team to blank the end,
Yep.
in any sport, if there's something that's going to benefit a team,
Hard line!
a team will figure out a way to do that or use it
Light
to
if you
their
can.
advantage.
Oh, light's good. Light's good.
And to
Over curling.
to someone like
Over
I-
curling. Gotta sit.
myself,
Gotta sit.
I
Over
love
curling.
watching those kinds of games. I know it can be somewhat boring to maybe the casual viewer, but to understand that skill set and the amount of work that they put into actually execute it in a game is quite mesmerizing or impressive to watch.
to make a move on it.
All right, like a third of it.
You like?
You got to make a choice. Do they like to
One
run back, or
third!
they like trying to pick it? They can see about a
One
third of it. They're saying.
third. Yeah.
I would take a good look at the pick. I mean, it
What
looks like you
turn?
might even be able to see enough to make a hack waiter and dig it out, but that rock is about as good a rock as you can imagine in the top of the 4-foot. Even if you pick it out and they go around the guard again, there's no way it's ever going to be better than where that yellow stone is right now.
Yeah.
Run back, you have the opportunity to get both of them if you hit it right.
And just stayed out with that weight.
Let's put it back.
Yeah, I like it.
So Hocevar just very content now with that rock in the 4-foot. Set up the guard and put all the pressure on the opposition.
Okay, just put it back. A little higher. Yeah, it's better. So I can't run it. Yeah.
On these kinds of shots, a lot of the misses I've seen have been on the over curl. I think
the hair less?
as you get older and you get more experience, you realize just how effective your sweepers can be. And I think with the evolution
second
of
one
sweeping in
wasn't
the
bad.
last little bit,
Yeah. I gave you last.
it's almost much more acceptable nowadays to be that little bit full out of the hand maybe than it was 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago.
okay.
You can be that little bit full and you know you
Little
can
tight.
get that outside sweeper
Whoa,
to
what's
give
there?
you those extra couple inches of curl at the end to get it where it needs to be.
Exactly.
Jones, it's got to move.
He wanted this a little higher.
Whoa! Whoa!
On the center line.
Play the tail. Try the run.
Perfect. Dead buried,
Pretty good.
completely covering that stone in the 4-foot.
Right on.
Are you giving yourself negative?
No, I think it's sit there.
Okay. Should leave a guard somewhere if he makes it.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll pick your brain a little bit on it tonight as well as tomorrow during the playoffs, but it just seems like every year that focus on sweeping becomes that little bit more and more. I mean, when you think of some of the best sweepers in the world, now you're thinking of the Italians.
Yep.
You've gotten a front row seat to watch. Won the last 3 slams and 4 of the last 7 or something crazy like that. And you can just watch them on TV and see exactly how they steer those stones.
And it allows so much confidence to the man throwing the last stone, too. He says, okay, I'll give you this, and I know you guys can
Whoa!
you drag it there, hold it, or
Whoa,
make
yeah.
it move.
Yeah! Whoa! 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 Yeah! Whoa! Whoa!
And jams it.
Shoot. We can bump it a little bit, I think. That's good.
Yeah? You want to come right in?
I think
Those
so.
always
I like
come
it.
off to
I
me
like
just
it.
as a little
Little bump
unlucky. You
to get to
throw
the
it
button
that
is good,
hard
but
and
if we just
you're that
that's
accurate. The
good,
difference
too.
between
Yeah, so one thing we
stuffing
don't want to do
that
is leave
and
like some kind of
making the
block in
double that
between.
you want is
Yeah, it's
maybe
one of-
a millimeter.
Yeah.
Better buried. I like a hair more ice, I think.
I think
I
it's
had
just a
about
hair
there.
less.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. Let's make it.
Now a big opportunity if you can get this rock mostly buried on top of that yellow stone. Steal of 2 is definitely in the works.
Bump it just a little bit.
We don't want to leave it hanging out, though, for the
Yeah,
opportunity
bump
to
it like
double
a
it
foot.
out and
But
get
if
the
we
blank.
just freeze down
These
to it,
are
it's not
exactly
bad.
the shots
Just
where
the one thing we can't
comes
leave.
down to a sweeper.
Can't leave
As a
double
thrower,
for-
you want to throw this
So
rock
for
as a
freeze, we
tight
got to be fully
guard.
buried.
Once the line's good, let them work it to where it needs to go. If it's not going to quite get there, you can leave it as a tight guard that blocks the stone. You're still looking at a steal of 1 and in a great spot.
Line's a little tight.
Easy, easy.
Tight.
Whoa! Whoa! Got a curl!
Joel.
Now trying to get the curl. They just want a little bump on it. 14-2 should be enough. That's a very nice shot. Now there is room. If you can get it curled in there to sit on the button. He has a piece of the button
I
to
was
work
thinking
with.
this. You could try that if you want, but I like this.
Sounded like it was a little bit tight out of the hand, but a touch extra weight than maybe they would have liked helped it get
Yep.
by that guard. Didn't quite get the finish. There is room
Yeah.
here to get to the button for Brendan Rajala for his 1 point.
Ran a little.
That was 14-2 for that little bump.
Yeah.
So 14-5 we've been
It was
seeing
about a foot heavy. So.
is about the 4 foot. And all he wants to do is sit it on that yellow on the button.
Like it's dead buried.
Yeah.
It's tough to get.
Final stone of the
Where?
second here, needing the white of the
Whoa,
button. The
whoa!
score is 1.
Close!
They got to wait for it to move.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jesse. Get off,
Now they
off,
gotta-
off.
Get it by that Yellowstone. Very nicely done. Well judged.
Count it up. It'll be 1 point back for Brendan Rajala here
Good on, guys.
in the second. When we come back after a quick
When it comes to the game we love, having the right gear makes all the difference.
Gold Line's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes, unbelievably comfortable.
And the brooms, lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared, I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms, light as a feather.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a gold line.
And is the choice of champions.
We are red, sorry.
It is probably.
We were yellow last game.
Back 4, maybe.
You keep switching it up on me.
back live here from the Oshawa
boys.
Curling Club, third end of action
Maybe
here
I
in
just
this
wish I
final
was
round
yellow
robin
right
draw. After a fantastic draw there by Brendan Rajala, or should I say a fantastic judge and line call by the rest of his team, was a little bit heavy, but a great line call. They used the backing that they had, got his 1 point, and they move on down 1 without here in the third.
We could have the advantage of hearing them during the break too, and they were talking. We're trying to get a center guard,
You want it tight.
work off the center guard.
Get it on center.
And just
Stop
that last
center.
end,
Just get
we
it
saw that
Forward off.
first lead rock just slip into the rings, and they were just behind the 8 ball right
Okay,
off
good.
the bat. So really important to get this
Check.
rock in a good spot. It is splitting the center line. We are playing the no-tick rule here at the Canadian Junior Cup, so that rock cannot be moved off the center line for the first 5 stones of the end.
And we'll try to use it to come around.
Easy. Got a curl. Lots of room.
It looked like he added right at the end.
Lots of room. Got a curl.
Keepers don't seem to mind it, staying close.
Still got a curl. Keep it above T. Above T. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, pretty good. Good throw.
Nicely done. As somebody who plays at this club on a regular basis, I noticed that you get the movement about 8-10 feet from the hog lines. It really will start to take the curl.
Yeah, and I found even with how quick the ice is, you can almost get away with a touch of a heavy throw. If your sweepers just sort of back off, leave it, wait for that break.
Don't be too aggressive too
Pretty
early.
good.
And then it starts to dig in.
Line only, line only. You're bumping. Little bump. Little bump.
There it is.
There it
right
is again.
Get it? No, leave it.
Boy, that's going to overcurl. That really moved.
Good.
Even with the touch extra weight, gets in there.
Yep.
This Rajala team, members of the OCC,
That really finished.
Ontario Curling Council Next
That
Gen
really
program.
finished, eh?
Great program.
At the end there?
Been set up in
I was
going
gonna
to
ask if he wanted you to curl
I would
it.
say gives plenty of young teams the access to funding,
Got a lot of room.
Coaching.
high-level
What's
coaching.
the room?
I was
Got
talking
a
with the Rajala team before the game. They were telling me they've done a lot of work with Rick Lang this year. Fantastic coach from up in Northern Ontario.
If you want somebody who knows the game, that's the guy to go
rock.
with. Does great work with the McCarville team.
Multiple-time Briar champion.
All right. Good.
Like that or another one?
I like that.
4 pretty close to perfect shots here to start this end. Some
Save it for
very
later.
Nice freezes
Yeah, I like that. Good shots, boys.
by the host of our team there.
That's not on. It's perfect. Pretty good. Right? Angle's not good. Yeah, that's perfect then. A little tight.
Yep.
Where? So there.
Weight's good.
T-line.
Little bump, little bump.
Just want to nick it.
Whoa.
Can we bump it?
hanging.
Good. Curl. Curl.
I got the bump, but it just jiggles it enough that it's a little more protected now than it was before.
If you're going to make contact with that yellow, would have loved to at
I thought it was
least
gonna
push
die
out
a little
the
more.
forefoot.
You can bump it a little bit.
Even like your last one, or
Freeze
Adam's
isn't
last
bad.
and their last
The
cut
angle's
there at
looking
the end.
very good for the host.
But yours did not do that.
Yellow-red combination. Might not want to disturb it right now.
Not
It is
yet.
so good, but if you could freeze another one on there, or get another rock hidden somewhere, really start to shut down the scoring area for Team Rajala.
No. What run? That's a Brendan shot.
Five.
It looks tight.
Five.
No, he's very
Gotta
well.
move. Gotta move. Five. Five. Five.
Six.
Line's good. Easy. Curl. Gotta curl.
That's a good sweep.
All right.
Judged it well.
Oh, pick. Straight. Okay. Pretty good.
Moves that redstone just a little bit, but keeps a good angle, which was the most important part of that shot, that you can access it later, easily remove that redstone.
Light on the yellows are
Yellow,
awful.
red, and red says adios.
On top of the yellows aren't awful either. Got it.
This is a situation where your Team Rajala, I know with the hammer you never without the hammer you never want to be getting rid of center guards, but
Okay.
things are setting up really
Lots.
well here
Where?
for Team
Okay,
Hocevar.
clean it.
Sometimes
Less.
you need to just bite the bullet and try
Back
to
four.
escape,
Just
if
wait.
you will. And
Back four. Got it.
with this freeze
T.
here, it better be
Really
a pretty
close.
good
Make it a
shot,
little
or
bit.
you're going to be
Rock.
looking at a lot of yellows in there.
No,
They
back
said back
four.
four, back eight.
Back four. Should come down right here. That's good.
Digs in just past shot stone. Good enough for now. At least outcounts those top two
I don't
yellows.
like that yellow, red.
Sets up a bit of a pocket for later.
We just open it up for now.
Okay, that's good.
They've opted now to get rid of the guard.
Yeah.
What?
Steal.
Steel, yeah.
You're right beside.
Angle setting up so well. Don't
You're
need
right
to
beside,
really
like, it's
move
a little
anything
heavy,
in the
but-
rings.
No.
Just remove this stone, open it up for you.
And there's nothing much we could really do there. If you were any lighter, we might have had to go for a line anyways.
Steal. Yep.
Hard.
I think it's too early.
I like moving that.
Too early to do that.
Can't hear.
Apparently the front end thinks
It's
it's a little too early.
to do that.
It's gotta move this so they can't.
Acoustics
Get rid of
are a little
it.
tough out there. Sometimes you got to get loud.
I don't know.
It's gotta hit
Okay.
that rock.
The things setting up
There's
the way
nothing
they
else
are
we
in the
have.
rings, really very difficult to remove some yellows without losing some of your own as well. But
And
situation being so good for Hocevar.
Right now,
It's too
Davinsky
early to
wants
play
talk about it.
that. I think you gotta do this.
We still have that though.
Okay.
You might have. They can't do anything.
I just don't want to do this, and then he has this, the double, to sit 4 in a row.
No, I don't mean take like get rid of this one.
I know, but I don't want my shooter right here.
Yeah, we're in a lot better position than he is. Like really, you can have rocks.
Okay. Okay.
What do you want? You want to do this?
I like this, but if you play this, you need a big roll.
Yeah. Okay. Control may have been one rock.
Okay, let's make
I
it.
like this, Rob. Playing that red in the top of the 4-foot, you're probably
hitting
always
and
gonna
rolling
lose
to the
that
wing.
red back four. Right now, it's you kind of want to keep as many around as you can to try and choke off some yellows. Even if you just pick this top yellow out cleanly.
I like Dubinsky's thought, though. You didn't want to leave the shooter there and open up a possible double.
Whoa!
Close.
Whoa! Yep! Yep! Gotta go!
This one curling.
Yeah. And that jiggles the red at the top of the 4-foot out.
Pushes the red out of the way, but maybe a bit of a blessing. Those yellows didn't end up in a poor spacing for Rajala. Looks like
No, it was control, but
slamming that on the nose should at least make 2 of them go.
was I that
Right
down?
here, we were a little bit down, yeah.
Like heavy board or just board?
Like heavy.
Okay, that's fine then. He should have just been on it.
Tolerance is firm. I think that's the shot for now.
If they can
Right
get
here.
to the top of the button,
It goes into the yellow at the back, not our red, right?
Yeah, no. It's not.
Does it stop our red or hit their yellow?
Right now, with so many yellows in
Okay.
there, it's almost impossible to not leave a double somewhere. But just try to put a rock in a spot that will take 2 shots to get rid of.
It's a little tight.
they can tuck this a little bit. This
Come on. Whoa.
Okay, this is going to curl on them. They said it was tight out of their hand, out of the hand.
Jacob a bit, yeah. Okay, that's fine.
And we've seen this week, the ice is
Okay.
very rewarding to good throws, but can punish any sort of soft release
just
if
picked or
you're not
something.
that little bit
Picked or something.
positive out of your hand. It almost starts curling a third of the way down the sheet, and there's nothing your sweepers can do about it. So possibly just got a little soft on that one.
Might have to go a bit. Where? Yeah, line.
Yeah, hard line! Good connection. Hey, whoa!
Lock
This
it
is
on
gonna
top.
Join the bunch at the
Whoa!
top 12.
I don't like my rocks.
I got a 16-5 stick.
Right
Yeah.
here.
Might be
Did you not like that red, yellow, everything?
You got this. I just.
It's just because 2 yellows go.
Yeah.
Whoa. Cover him right out.
All of
Nice,
Brendan
good.
Rajala's hopes are relying on that red in the back four right now.
Oh. Where?
8, 9, 9. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Oh, no. Just take it. Oh, no. No, let go pass.
A little indecision on exactly what they wanted to do. They could have maybe got it to move a little bit more. But no, this one goes by
13.
and settles in the back.
Tell them to keep a
12.
broom on it.
Okay.
And it'll be the first team to make this freeze is going to be in a great situation.
Skip
That
Stone's
yellow
in the
that
third.
picked is really hurting us. Guards are red. We always had that out. More of it. Worst case, I mean, guard it up, take our one. It's not ideal, but if he makes us freeze, it's yeah.
We're up to. You get the one we get to go up to.
Yeah.
Don't need to be right on the yellow. Can get away with a draw to the top 4 foot as long as you get this half buried.
Yep.
Yeah, lines.
Yes.
On it early.
Hard. Okay, whoa. Yeah. Okay, whoa.
Boys.
Yeah. Get in here. Yep.
15-2.
Whoa. Right in the corner. Right. Yeah. Get in here. Okay, good sweep.
I think we just guarded this now, eh? Like,
It's frozen right to
what do
it.
you like?
Nice throw.
Big sweep there by Crozier
Yeah.
and Mazima to get that there.
No, I didn't.
You have to be content with getting that on here, right?
Yep. No, I agree.
This is the only thing that can hurt us. It's the tap.
Yeah.
Right in an
Okay.
excellent
I
position.
we're just
Really
guarding
isn't
that
going
side up there.
I
anywhere.
think so.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
cuts
you
down
like
the
it?
scoring
Yeah,
area
I like
for
it.
Hocevar.
Just guard that drop
Right over here.
So just take away the line. One more look over his shoulder, then another.
Just guard it.
Have to be careful if
Guard the
Brennan Rajala ever decides to play that run back on that center guard.
the tap
Heard
on
the
his red
comment
there.
earlier that likely would remove 2 yellow stones,
like
the
a
one
2?
top 4 and the one on the button.
Just like off center a bit.
So guarding up, trying to protect his 1.
Lights
All there.
2,
All there.
3. Hey. 2's okay.
All there was something you didn't want to hear.
Over Cooley. Over on. Off.
Bounce.
That's good. That's good, Daniel. That's good practice, maybe.
I don't think you're getting there.
It's.
Well, it makes it very hard to get in there
But-
now.
So if we leave a rock here,
Nose hit on that center guard still accessible, I
What do you
think.
think?
if they
Red
wanna-
on red?
Yeah.
Yellow?
I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
so.
there's that.
No, just play
Only
for the force.
question is
Gonna
looking
guard
at
a
it
run
if
or
that
something?
yellow
Yeah.
top 4 would pick the one off the button. It looks
Because
like
he
it
can't
has
run
a
that
good
yellow,
chance to.
right?
Difficult to tell
The
with
only
the
thing
angles.
you've got is maybe something like this.
I don't even think it's winning here.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
I'm light.
Yeah.
The only shot I see is the red and the yellow onto the 7. Onto the 7.
Well, the problem is, too, you throw that big weight and try to move
Yeah,
that
just the
red,
risk
red,
is if
it
you
might
ever hit
open
onto
it up
the red,
enough that you
Yellow.
get rid of that red that's,
You have to play
cozied
with
up
really
to the
soft
shot
weight,
stone.
like forward weight.
And early in this game, being content with the force here, I think you'd be pretty happy.
Up 2 again.
Kind of just have to kick it sideways. Like you think the soft weight.
I think
Other
it's
men's
forward
game with
weight, yeah.
playoff
It might be a bit
implications on the line over on sheet 2 is Team Red
Whoa,
against
whoa.
Team Stockton.
Where?
You can follow all the scores online at the Canadian
whoa.
Junior Cup website.
Okay, you can go. Adam. Yep. Okay, good.
I don't mind it. very, you got to skip it.
Yeah, because like all we're trying to do is just move this
On
to
the
here
top 12
and
does
have
the
this one
job of
spin in.
blocking
No, I
off
like
to the edge
just
of the button.
pardon?
Yeah,
if there was any
Play it
kind
inside
of
out.
draw to the side of the button.
I don't think
Play it
so.
inside
that
out, I think.
intern
Yeah.
side is a
You
gotta
don't
accept
have to
it.
hit
bit of a
it,
mess
but
now.
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
amount you need to move it,
Play
you
this
have to
way,
at
just
least
forward
back
weight.
four. I don't know if you're getting there.
Back four, yeah. But okay.
At the end, they did.
Spin and throw.
Looks like maybe
Forward weight,
looking
we
at
can't hurt ourselves.
running the yellow
Just trying to
card
nose it.
straight back.
And kind of
Try to
spin our yellow one in there.
Okay, there it is. Spin the yellow one in.
Hitting the yellow.
just pick
Yellow
that
corner.
Yellowstone top of the forefoot. Just try to push it into the button for the second point. As long as you're careful about the weight you throw here, there shouldn't be too much risk to it.
Well, let him play the hero shot. I'm fine with that.
Oh. Oh.
Oh. Close.
Seems to be close.
Yep. Whoa. 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 Oh.
Just over curls a touch, catches that red stone in the top of the 12, moving it over. Nothing disturbed on the button, so it will be one for Daniel Hocevar here in the third end. He'll take a 2-point lead, and Team Rajala will try to strike.
Peace of mind, the life you want, and financial independence. At World Financial Group, we believe your path to any of these goals is paved by financial knowledge. That's why our agents spend every day empowering individuals and families of all backgrounds with the knowledge to create the life they want. No matter your financial goals, WFG can help you own your future. Visit worldfinancialgroup.com to learn more.
Back here in the fourth end to close out the first half of this final round robin draw at the WFG Canadian Junior Cup at the Oshawa Curling Club.
Mine's good.
Once again, I'm Matthew Hall. Beside me is Rob Faults.
Oh.
We'll bring you all the live action for the rest of the
Mine's good.
competition into the playoffs tomorrow.
Good judge. Good throw.
Plenty of
15-5.
international flavor at this event, Rob. We have a couple U.S. teams that made the trip up to play. Not international, but a couple teams from around
Well, I think
Canada
they're
coming
the
in
corner,
from
I think, to be guarded.
Alberta and Manitoba and other provinces, and two Swiss teams.
Okay.
The Swiss
keep
Cup in Bern runs very similar format to ours, where the top Swiss team
Can't
at
touch
that
it.
event makes the trip over for the next Canadian.
Tight on its own.
Swiss women are defending
Not in,
champions of
not
this
in.
event, actually. So they won the Swiss
No, it's
Cup to
not
come
high.
here, won the Canadian Junior Cup, then won the
Hey,
Swiss
I
Cup
know that.
again to come back
They're on a
here
run.
the second time. Very strong young team out of Switzerland. Switzerland, a very strong country, always up near the top of the world standings, especially on the women's side.
And for looking for a team to push Team Tirinzoni.
Good throw.
Okay.
Hair tight. Line.
Hocevar lead once again is Matt Abrams. Very good first shot, right on the button.
Line. Yes.
We're going to try and toss up a.
Keep going. All the way.
Tight
Keep
guard.
going. Keep going. Oh. Okay. Whoa. Oh.
Boy, that curled. Leaves the
Looks like it
stone on
might
the
have-
button wide open.
Looked like it might have grabbed something right at the end there. Made a pretty unnatural sideways movement, exposing that back
I like
stone.
freezing.
Sorry. Shit happens. Yeah, I know it was.
You can see in the background there, plenty of fans here watching live at the curling club. Family, friends, and even locals just popping in to see what's going on. It's been quite the atmosphere here this week.
Well, the organization
Live.
does a great job in
Hard,
making
keep
the
it off
curlers
center.
comfortable.
Keep it off center. Hard. Keep it
And
off
at this
center.
time of year, it's
Go,
a
go, go.
nice little break, a little
Let's go the
Christmas
other way.
gift
Hard,
to watch curling of this caliber and watch these young teams. So Hocevar will look to try to hit and roll.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
14 men and 14
Bro.
women's teams in the U21 division.
Hard to
Also
stay.
sport a
Hard to stay.
fairly
Hard.
healthy U18
Hard.
division in this event, the Run Back Championship. 8 men's teams and 4 women's teams also playing for playoff spots.
That really.
And that one stayed, rolled
Oh, yeah.
just to be back 12.
Okay, you got it.
It would have been a little overthrown, but it would have been fine, I thought.
Yeah.
This event sports a very
Stay close.
rich history. It's been known as the Canadian Junior Cup
Okay.
since its revival after COVID about 2 or 3
Weekend.
years
Hard
ago
line.
under the supervision
Keep going,
of
keep going.
Frank Cowan.
Hard
but
line, get it
before
back.
then went by many
going, keep
other
going.
names. First the Sunlight Junior Bonspiel,
Whoa, whoa.
then the
This
TCA
way.
Youth Championships before
Jackson.
its final revival here
Hard.
as the Canadian
Hard,
Junior
Jackson, hard,
Cup.
Jackson.
And lots
You're
of
just
big
team.
names have come in through these championships. Names like
Good
Brett
throw.
Lane,
Dylan.
Caitlin Laws, even some international talent. Marco Hosley.
How much
has
of this
made
do you
his
have?
Appearance at a couple slams in the last number of years. A
Sorry?
World Junior final as well.
Play it.
Nice
just
to
be
get Corey
line.
Dropkin made a visit, and he's playing in mixed doubles event in Oakville this week. Drop by and see the young curlers, support the U.S. teams that are here. And of course, the young curlers see guys like Dropkin, a world champion, and mixed doubles come in.
Yep.
And I'm sure he offered some encouragement.
Really hard.
Hard, Joel.
Silvana Tiranzoni, once a recipient of the exchange program here
Sorry.
a number of years ago. Now, 4-time world women's champion? 5? It's hard to keep
Yeah.
track
A million
anymore.
times now that
Can't be
they
deep.
set their sights on that event every year, and when you've got somebody like Alina Petz throwing that last rock,
What do you like this?
you're in great position.
I-
Maybe the best women's shooter in the world.
Okay.
I mean, Rachel Holman right now is making an argument for that, the way that she has played the last little while.
Same weight.
It's amazing the dominance they've had at that event. Like you said, that's their event every year. Of course, you know, you watch them in the slams. Obviously, they're a fantastic team, do very well. They just seem to step it up, that extra step for that championship.
Copy. Copy.
You know what?
And setting up pretty well here for the Rajala team. A missed run back on that last one by Team Hocevar, and now the chance with a free draw to get buried around this corner.
Use the guard. Oh, it's going to hang.
It's fine.
Ends up in the open. Think there
How
might be a
much?
double there.
I don't know. That one side's weird.
You can try to make that. Firm weight.
Fresh path.
About a half rock.
Yeah.
It's just staying out there.
No, I think it's just fresh there.
Light on.
No, you're probably close.
Up.
Hard!
Jacob Clark out of the hand.
Hard.
Very good sweep
Not
to
bad.
hold that rock, get it by that
Please.
guard. Moves one stone. Red still sitting shot.
Asking Dubinsky to get rid of this and look for a rule behind the yellow guard.
Control. Roll.
Yep. Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa! Not.
Stick around, not in a bad spot.
You can make the
Any
double.
sort of double just rolls out and will give you the free opportunity around the corner again.
But I don't.
I don't mind just this. Control.
I think I like this shot too.
I do too. Even if you end up just nosing this rock,
Wait, hold on.
Rajala comes down and tries
Can
to
you
hit
give
it
me a little less
again.
ice?
You're moving close or further up the rings. Eventually, at some point,
Control
I
it.
imagine there's going to be a double.
Yep. Control. Close. Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Needs to hold the line.
Loses the shooter.
Call me through. Well, I just shouldn't have tightened that ice.
It's okay. Like that. That's okay. T.
Have to be very careful about the rock placement.
The other run's
here.
easier.
Nine
There's
times
more
out of
space
10, you
this
wanna
way,
put
and the
this
other
rock
run's
top
easier.
eight, but if you do that, you're going to leave a pretty easy half rock double. Make sure the line's good and let your sweepers bring it where it needs to go.
2 here isn't bad.
A little tight.
2 here isn't bad.
Just T. Just T. Yep. Hard, boys. Hard. All the way, hard line. Hard, boys.
Well, they wanted this tee and in behind the guard, and they're going to kiss it off the guard.
The hit and roll under.
Now leaves a hit and roll
I think just
behind some
want to roll into here.
rocks that are in the way.
Oh, wait. Inside under.
Was I that down?
Let's see. I think we want to roll.
I didn't think I was that down.
Okay.
That's probably a shot.
All right.
Yeah, just control 8.
Okay.
Usually you aren't worried about
Why didn't you go
hitting
then?
Control
hit
there.
and rolls
Why
most
didn't you
of the
go
time.
then?
One of the
Take
toughest
there.
shots
Yeah.
in curling.
Yeah.
To execute perfectly,
Yeah.
but with 3 different options up there to roll behind, that gives him plenty of room to work with.
Okay, just hit and roll in. Control. Yeah.
Nice control weight. You can probably get away with anything from
Like a half rock roll
2/3
behind the
to
yellow.
a thin half of the rock.
Or the right yellow.
He goes, it was light out of your hand. I said, then why didn't you go out of my hand?
Was that your rock?
What do you mean?
Like it wasn't your style.
Yeah, it was
Close. Whoa, whoa.
Oh! Joel! Joel!
Matthews on the curl.
He's just going to bump it on the nose, stay out.
Big missed opportunity there now. A
Little heavy?
great chance to get this rock buried behind a big mess.
Hey, you got it.
Was I wide at all? Should look like it didn't straight there.
Hey,
Need a 15.
That's not. Once we get it wide enough, it's not
Yeah.
gonna throw.
I think so. It's on 3. It was.
Listening to the conversation here, this is a new path out a little bit wider.
Yeah.
This path hasn't really been played down, so we're going to do a couple hits here. So it might be like 50.
Discussion there. It is a new path, but they feel they've thrown enough hits out that wide that it's probably broken down any frost.
where?
Slower path. Stay off.
Where? Close. No. No, nothing.
13-9. That's a little heavier
Let
than
it work.
they wanted.
Let it work.
But it should go to the back 8,
All the way. Hard.
back 12.
I think that path is a little bit slower.
just try to freeze right
13-9.
back for us.
Usually
Yeah,
you'd
yeah, mine's
imagine
up the
should
front
be
for
through
two,
on
so
this
yeah,
ice,
right
but
back to here.
out that
Back.
little
Yeah.
bit wider, catches some
took
extra
around
curl,
there.
digs
Yeah.
in back 12.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That was going to be a slower path.
Okay.
You have time?
No.
It's just sort of line dependent here. I think we want to go all the way to the back. Split the
Daniel now
force.
to follow him down.
But if we're kind of wide, might be better to leave it high. Like T-line kind of thing. Full 8, I think, or solid chunk of 8 foot.
You hear their plan. If they can get a full 8, that'd be terrific. And even back to the back red limits the team, limits Rajala.
Easy, easy. Whoa. Whoa. Line's good. Let it go. Whoa. 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 Where's Jackson? Get away.
And
Good. Okay, just a tap. Yep.
it's there for shots. So a tap for 2 is
Same ice.
available. So
Same ice with a little more.
third
guys.
rock down this path.
I don't mind still.
I think that's
Okay.
maybe what
You're
caught
throwing more
Daniel's
weight, though,
team
right?
there a little bit. Bit of an early sweep, pulled it out, didn't quite get the finish they would have liked, but don't necessarily think it was necessarily a bad guess or a bad judge by the sweepers. Just second rock in a row down that path, probably just carried that little bit extra than they expected it to. Third rock down, I'd expect this to be about 2-3 feet faster than his first one. Final rock of the fourth.
Adam! Adam! Okay, off! Whoa! Off!
This one's outside and heavy,
1.
and it's a steal of 1.
Put one more up on the board for Daniel Hocevar out of the Brant Curling Club. He has a
When it comes to the game we love, having the right gear makes all the difference.
Goldline's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes? Unbelievably comfortable.
And the brooms? Lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared, I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms? Light as a feather.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
And is the choice of champions.
Peace of mind, the life you want, and financial independence. At World Financial Group, we believe your path to any of these goals is paved by financial knowledge. That's why our agents spend every day empowering individuals and families of all backgrounds with the knowledge to create the life they want. No matter your financial goals, WFG can help you own your future. Visit worldfinancialgroup.com to learn more.
Hard. Okay, 3's okay. 3's okay. Oh, good. Okay.
picking up action here at the start of the fifth, and looking back at the end of that fourth, Rob, just I think kind of what you pointed out, third rock down that path, got caught a little bit with the changing conditions, just that little bit extra weight, got out to the broom and never had a chance.
Yeah.
Picking up now, it is Hocevar with a 3-point lead, up 4-1.
I think we just go around it.
Going into the back half of this game, not poor execution by Rajala in that first half, but need to just tune it up a little bit. Make 8 shots here in this fifth and try to score 2 and put yourself back in a position. Our producers have been working hard behind us this whole time, trying to figure out the playoff picture. Still lots to figure out, but we'll start with the U21 men. It's a bit clearer. Into the playoffs for sure. Seeding still to be determined based on the results of these last games.
Throw the 6.
McTavish, Hebert,
Line early,
Garner,
line.
Malima, Prenevost, and Team Wright are in. Of course, we mentioned the winner of our feature matchup here is in. Loser will be out. The other men's game, Gerard versus Franco. The winner is in. Loser is out. And out on the men's side are teams Burton, Hastings, the Swiss men, and Stockton. We'll see how Team Hocevar decides to play in this second half.
Yeah.
I would say controlling grasp of this game so far, but not out of hand. You still have to execute some shots, play well. Couple center guards up there to start, not what they would have liked. So
No, it's good.
Adam Wazima hoping to bury a rock around this corner. Looking over on the women's side, in for sure are teams Johnson, Zemelink, Markle, Madden, and the Swiss women. Out are teams Brittain, Pekowitz, and Langford. Number of women's games out here. If teams Boscheman, Vivier, and Johnston are in the position where they win their matches out here, they are into the playoffs for sure. Their opponents,
I just thought it'd be easier to remember
Onishki,
1, 2, and 5, 6
McDonald,
than 1,
and
6, and 2,
Aucoin
5.
need a win to make the playoffs, but also need a little bit of help depending on how the other matchups work out and the draw for hammer totals.
Yeah, you don't want to start scoreboard watching, looking at other sheets and not concerning yourself about what's the matter at hand.
Good.
Trying to use these center guards now.
Got it, Carl. No, line's good. Line's good. Line. 3, 4. 5.
This is diving.
Hard. Really hard. Okay, it's not bad.
Just whiskers off that rock. Just short of the rings. Rolls into the 12-foot. Not quite far enough for shot. Bit of a mess brewing above the rings, though. You have to be careful if you're Brendan Rajala. Don't want to leave all that there. It only takes one good shot by Team Hocevar to bury something in there that you'll never get to.
Could just do that. Or play the double. We're not going to be in.
I don't know what that gets us. Not control.
Whoa. Yep.
Justin Crozier with his first.
Whoa. Yeah. Hard roll.
Well, eliminates one of the yellows.
Yep.
Like hack.
Yep.
But I think right now, Hocevar likes
just down.
the situation.
You're like hack. He probably still could
Would
use
have
more,
liked to
though.
roll that red stone into the rings, or at least further away to expose that yellow in the top 12.
That thing just moved ass.
Yo. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. No. Good.
I got a little nervy there, too. They were worried that we're just going to come across the house
That
and go red-yellow.
Sorry about throwing it to you. Oh, that's okay. I literally picked out and sat in my car.
I can't remember. What was the other yellow that was a problem? Was it 3 or was it 4?
No, I thought it was just the 7.
Just the 7. Okay. Perfect.
Or you can just try throwing it in.
Yeah. We'll just go
I don't
back
hate
to
it.
other
Any
order.
other comments about the stones
Can you do
on the
this?
sheet? Seems like a couple teams have seemed to pick up on something.
What?
Trying to
think-
match.
You'd think me sitting here all week, I might have been able to follow along and remember, but
You have some other things to worry about, yeah.
definitely seems to be a tricky rock in the yellow set for sure. That a couple teams have picked up on.
You need a rock guru like Jules Ocher, who, longtime coach of Kevin Martin, who was, and then Brad Gushu, who could pick up on every rock on every sheet and tell you what they all did and how to match them.
You're telling me you don't have a rock book for all your league games here?
Yep.
I'm like you can throw the 2 I have 8 times.
Jackson.
This is looking good.
Nice done. Bumps that out and sits 2.
That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Control.
Trying to use those guards that are at the top of the house.
He's not very confident right now.
Love to roll buried behind that
Exactly.
center guard, the Yellowstone.
Turn.
Oh. Close. Oh. Oh. Yep. Hard. Really hard. Hard to stay.
Still stay. It'll stay. Good talk, Joel.
Yeah, just kind of curl. I mean, I waited too long on that one. That was my sweet ball.
It stays. It is available. You can see. It looks like you can see all of it on the outturn side.
It's like back line, wait.
As we look
back
across
line,
sheets
hard.
here, keeping a close eye on all the other matchups. Over on
second
sheet
time.
1,
That's what Wally said.
big game. Team Merkel already into the playoffs, but Team Boschman is in that win and you're in situation. She leads 2-1. Stockton and Wright on sheet 2 in a 2-2 deadlock.
Oh!
Stockton already out of the playoffs. Wright is in. On sheet 3, Team Prenovost facing off against Team Hastings. Prenovost is in. Hastings is out.
Yep!
Of course, our sheet we already know. 4-1 for Team Hocevar. Moving over onto sheet 5. Zemmeling, who is already into the playoffs, has a 5-1 lead over Team Hastings.
Snows too.
Johnston,
Just a little slow path, eh? Slow path.
Johnson is also in that win and you're in position.
Are we shot? Are we
Sheet 6,
second?
Pekowitz with a 4-0 lead over
Three
Team
quarters!
Lang.
Not
Both
second
of those
shot.
teams out of playoff contention. Sheet 7, Gerard and
Okay,
DeFranco, our
I
other
threw back
U21
line.
men's team.
Okay.
Winner of that game will be into the quarterfinals. Loser will be going home. And on sheet A, we have Team Vivier, who, if she wins that game, she will be into the playoffs. Team O'Coin needs to win that game and have a little bit of help from some of the other matches. They are in a 1-1 deadlock after 4 ends of play.
What a shot that was. Not only to pick that one, pick the one at the back of the house out too. A mess of yellow right now.
He is a stagger, though, so there is the opportunity here for Brendan Rajala.
Dubinsky trying to use that stagger now.
Oh, yep.
Five.
Here comes a curl. I've got to hold it.
Sure, yeah.
Hard line.
Roll it off.
Not quite able to hold enough. Makes contact with those yellows.
Surrender.
Doesn't roll
I don't know,
into
I
the
mean, we
rings
could go for a
and
bump.
breaks up the stagger.
What am I
Am I
doing?
throwing them bad?
Yes.
I like it. What do
Tone didn't
you
look
like
bad. You might have just. Sorry?
Do you like it?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, the only
What?
thing is he'll play the top and the red. I mean, if he just knows it, how does he get in?
He knows he's fine.
Yeah.
Chance for Daniel.
I
to
don't
have a run on
punish
the-
a
I don't
key
usually
error
dump them,
here
though.
in
If
this
anything,
end.
I usually set
I like
them.
it.
Love to get to that rock on the center line, tap it straight back.
That should be close there. Just throw in T line, wait.
Snows.
Yeah. T line, wait. Bump it right on the nose.
Tricky spot on the sheet. Need to make sure you're throwing the right weight for where the broom comes down. Lots of movement.
We're looking for like a 50. Okay. I think that looks like a lot of ice.
Did they split that one?
Little less.
I didn't think I was top 12. Wait.
Just a hair less.
Look how much you're moving. Like, you weren't
Rather tap it under the yellow than
Oh,
top it
that's
under the
true.
red.
I forgot that they were staggered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were top 4. The weight was good.
That's good. Fire.
Right, call! Call!
Chica.
Seems close. Looking for some curl now.
Here it comes. You see where it starts to make that move 8 to 10 feet in front of the hog line.
What about great shot?
You got a short run right back, but I think that's all you got.
14-6.
Yep.
Not great, but.
Control.
Yep.
Not bad.
Trying to play the short run back here.
Yeah.
There is a wide in-turn draw or wide out-turn draw, but in either case would likely be going out into a spot
This
they
one,
don't
we got the
know.
jam this way.
There's a possibility of a jam too if they don't hit this properly. They've got that jam on the back
Kind of slow
12.
down a bit, maybe.
I think I'm assuming that early 19, right in the cover five. Game, so.
Gets this on a bit of an angle, would open up this side of the sheet as well for his last one to make sure he scores.
Yeah.
Close.
Adam!
Adam.
Adam!
Trying to get a curl. Lose the shooter, and red moves. Is red second? You can see Rajala not very happy with the outcome.
It just went a bit too far. Yellow might be sitting 2 at the moment.
Now
I
we're
think
second.
we just guard this, I
And
think.
unfortunately
Okay,
raises
yeah, yeah.
that
He
yellow
doesn't
into
have
the
it double over
forefoot,
here.
so
He has
in a
that.
great
but I
position
think
Probably
now.
rolling out, though, I think.
Okay.
What shot are we? Are we at second or no?
We threw this guard earlier in the game.
Yeah.
I think we took about there.
Yeah. Yes, this is the next.
Yeah.
No need to apply any extra
the guard.
pressure here
Two
by
guard.
coming into the rings. Just guard it up.
Okay. Sorry?
And Hocevar said he
Yeah.
remembered the line from earlier in the game.
A little less. Kind of looks like a lot of ice. A little less.
We're
Right
gonna
on-
see
right in
this
front of that
exact
yellow.
shot in the third on those draws to try and get buried around those guards then. Should be close.
Good.
Tight, tight. Line, line, line. Line.
Oh! Oh! Ah! Overall! Overall! Any roll, any roll. It's good. That's good.
Does the job. They're rocking the forefoot mostly
play on.
covered.
That's the job, I
Wait,
think.
you don't need hack. You can get away with like back line, right?
Not great.
Okay.
Pushes all the way back. Yeah,
Okay. Hack them.
I don't think they have a save.
Important shot now.
yeah. You have to
Seem to believe that yellow is accessible. I think it is, but very difficult.
What do you see, a third or you see half?
Less than half, probably a third.
Yeah.
Have to be very
Yeah. Perfect. Up to.
precise with the weight here. Likely looking for just back line.
Draw might be easier here. Could be. It's only got like a quarter. Maybe a third.
Do we think we're third?
I didn't look closely at
I don't
it.
look either, but I know we're definitely.
I think it's right.
I think so too. I mean, if nothing changes, I think.
Sure.
Close. Close.
Adam!
Adam.
Trying to get that to finish now. How far will it roll? Shooter rolls out. And
One.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, all good.
It's like
Steal
good
a one.
enough.
I didn't know. I knew.
All good.
Sure. That.
Good enough to push that yellow stone
Okay.
just far enough. It's a steal of 1 though. That other yellow rock in the top 12 out counts the red. So another point for the third in a row. Daniel Hocevar will put 1 on the board and hold a 5-1 lead.
Peace of mind, the life you want, and financial independence. At World Financial Group, we believe your path to any of these goals is paved by financial knowledge, That's why our agents spend every day empowering individuals and families of all backgrounds with the knowledge to create the life they want. No matter your financial goals, WFG can help you own your future. Visit worldfinancialgroup.com to learn more.
Booth like this, and you go,
Hard.
I can't feel my legs.
Really hard.
Picking up
There's
here in the
okay.
sixth end on the
All
tail
right.
end of
Go,
Matt
keep going,
Abrams'
keep going.
first rock.
Steep as it goes.
And it's getting to crunch time here for Team Rajala. They were sort of behind the 8 ball, I'd say, in the
Slowing
last
down a
two
little?
ends, but after consecutive steals, they're really going to have to sell the farm here for a multiple
Yeah,
score.
it's like 15 for Chief with a lot of sweeping.
Found there's been a lot of games that have ended early
Yeah,
with
I
some
think so.
lopsided scores this week, but looking at it, sometimes the scoreboard can make it look a lot worse than you really are. You get into a position like this where you're down 3 or 4, you kind of have to just go for it. And a lot of times if you aren't executing 8 shots in a row, you end up giving up even a bigger steal, and it ends up a fairly lopsided game. Brendan, of course, hoping that that won't be the case here, that they can execute 8 shots this end, hopefully get a multiple score and get themselves back into a spot where they might have a chance in this one.
I felt it better. Whoa, whoa, look! Whoa! Whoa!
Line if you can. Line's good. Curl now, curl. Curl. Got a curl. Got a curl.
Oh!
Finish if you can. Yep. Really good.
Top button, very nicely done behind the yellow guard. So I'm going to have to try to freeze to it at the other side.
Great recovery there by Matt Abrams. Definitely didn't want his first rock as a guard,
Line's
but
tight. Yeah,
comes
gotta
back,
go.
makes a good come around.
All the way. Never off. It's okay. We're off. Hey, girl.
He's on the guard.
Try to get around it. Good touch, guys. Real nice. Good sweep, boys. Yeah, that was great. I gave you a lot more than.
So no
Good
tick
guard
rule
it.
is in play for this event. They didn't take it off the center, but they did push it into the rings. I think
I think that's a
that's
shot.
against the no tick rule, isn't it?
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
I get it, but I wish I could do
Either
that
way,
for
it's
him.
technically
Embarrassing.
a choice
Yep.
by the opposition, and I'm sure he'd be happy to take that extra rock in the ring. So no harm, no foul there.
They consider the guard, and now opting to try to freeze to the one on the top button.
Five!
I think this is smart. You want to pull as much of the
Easy.
play as
Whoa.
you can into the rings.
Line's good.
And give Brendan a chance to go around those corner
Line's
guards.
good. Close line. Whoa. Oh, no bounce. Set.
A little bump. Gives him now an opportunity.
Nice little pocket.
Yeah.
I think it just ran a little better.
Choosing to play the hit, I think maybe a bit of a mistake here. Sometimes you see it and you kind of jump at the opportunity to remove one of your opponent's stones, but that one at the side 4 is only going to do anything but help you.
I think if you can get it to cuddle in between the two.
Yep.
A little tight.
Tight.
Gotta go. Hard. Really gotta go. Hard.
Touches that top yellow, pushes the other one to the back 8. One positive, kind of moves everything out of the way, so might have easier access to the button later. But Daniel wasting no time, going to walk up, peel this corner guard. Smart call.
Just tight.
The ice is wrong.
Yep. All right.
Makes the peel. A little urgency there. I think he was worried that perhaps it might jam and just leave the guard, but cleaned it up nicely.
You got it. Like, we can't leave them open. We got to get points on the board. We got to hide it. Like, we had to hide something.
Gotta get rid of something.
Okay.
Either shot, I think, is fine. Making the double kind of just gives you a bit more room to work with later. You know you're going to walk up eventually and just try to draw around that guard if Daniel leaves it.
Yep. Gotta go.
Well, make the double on the back one.
Couple fewer yellows to
worry about.
Roll. You roll big, that's okay.
Just deciding to deal with the red in the rings.
Whoa.
Wondering if he might have looked up at maybe playing the heel, trying to make a double, but
like, why are we putting rocks out in the open?
He's got the scoreboard in his favor right now.
Okay, big roll. Get it right over. Yeah.
Sit on top.
Yeah. I'm with Rachel.
Jackson Dubinsky looking to make a freeze.
Bingo!
Where? Good shot, bud. All the way, hard.
Now everybody's got to work on this. Wanted to sit on the Yellowstone on the button.
Just felt better, I guess.
Did I really kick out that light?
Dubinsky still can't believe
I get
finished
that,
where it
but
did.
that light?
Just go around.
I think that's a shot. Or we guard something. Just I don't know what we're guarding.
You like it?
You can put something here.
With how fast the ice has been all week, it's
I think here.
tough to
Hard
imagine
flank,
coming up
though.
late now. Change of gears now for Team Hocevar. Leading up in the end, with the setup being the way it is, you can bring that element of risk back into it. Try to end the game right here.
Whoa. 6. Whoa, what's there?
6.
8. Jacob, up.
6.
Whoa.
7. Up. 7.
Whoa.
Do it.
8. Whoa.
How good is that?
Yeah.
Couldn't carry the rock down there any better.
Just peel. Unless you put a setup one right here.
Now you're in the position where you're
Peel
Brendan.
it.
You give up a steal, you're probably taking the gloves off.
Yeah.
You score one, you might live to see another end. So try to
Right,
clear
hit it
this
there.
out. Give yourself a chance.
Hair off nose, 3/4.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't
think so, yeah.
What do you like, Daniel?
I think put it back. A little bit of an angle is good. Like put it like
Just a little staggered, eh? Like, try
High
to
is better.
turn on center.
right there. Kind of thing.
Yep.
High is better.
But, like, just over 20 and not center.
Yeah. Just like half on center kind of thing. Like a third on center. Yeah. Higher's better. Just gotta have it blocking the red
Plenty
so
of
there's no red
emotion
on
out
red.
there, Rob. Things are getting loud with so much on the line. Playoff hopes.
Heard a couple of broom slaps on the other
Bit less.
sheet.
Little less. Yeah.
But now you're at that point too in the event where, as you said, you've just read up who's in, who's out, and who's needing help.
You travel a long way. You play a couple games.
okay.
It makes sense. Emotions are going to ride a little high in
Mine's good.
these last couple games.
Hey,
Got it, Carl!
It's only going to get better tomorrow.
close.
Whoa!
Jacob, finish. No finish. No finish. Save it. It's good. That's
job.
perfect.
Double run or into the thin, you know.
I don't mind the thin.
Yeah. Norm?
Yep.
That's good.
Like a third.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. Not even.
Yeah.
You know, it works. If you stick it on that top Yellowstone
Yeah.
top of the button, it should
There.
make contact, move everything.
Might be able to get it
And
double.
leave a small window.
Our button on this thing.
You think? Okay.
We're gonna do thin off. That one and that. The top. 6 to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta like 7 stairs. Like a quarter, I'm not too sure, but.
Curl! Curl!
Yeah, girl!
And a swing and a miss.
Think so, yeah.
What, you like that?
Right here.
You like that?
I think
Put it
so,
on
yeah.
the logo.
Okay.
I don't see what else he has. So.
I gave you about here.
I guess we could play it. Yeah, this
What do you?
might be easier to come this way still, though.
We
Let's
haven't
see.
seen it much though.
Yeah. Just here, we're going to have to come out like all the way over here.
Yeah, we'd have to take them out here, I think.
And we do have one
don't
final
mind
to
coming this
report over on sheet
You just
3.
take away any
It is
any of
Team
this
front of
center.
us with
Okay, yeah.
a 7-2
Let's go this
win
way.
over Team Hastings.
You like
We've
that?
just been
Yeah,
told by
this-
our
I think you're right.
producers
Like,
with
even if
that
we're,
win and their draw
here,
totals,
just gotta guard the
they
inside out
will
back.
be the number 1
Think a little
seed
more.
moving into the quarterfinals tomorrow. So they booked their spot there. Top seed, they will play the 8th seed tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Just got to guard the inside of that yellow. A little less. A little less.
We've also been told the winner
Like, really, we only need a
of
rock and a
the
half to the
Gerard
right
versus
of that other
DeFranco
yellow.
game
That
over on
guards it.
sheet 7 will
So a little
acquire
less.
that 8th spot into the playoffs. So
Okay. I just don't want it to
team
hang,
front of
right?
us
We just got to
hanging
get
out
across
behind
the
the
face of
glass
it.
somewhere, watching that game closely. Keeping an eye on who they'll be playing in the quarters tomorrow. Remember, it is the top Canadian team who
Mine's
will
okay.
earn that trip to
Easy.
Switzerland.
Mine's
I
good.
remember last
Oh.
year when we were covering, I
Mine.
think it was the
Mine.
semifinal on the women's side was actually the game that determined that trip. I think the men we knew after the quarters, if I remember
Overkill.
correctly. So
Really overkill. Each
tune in
to
all
sit.
day tomorrow. Any game could be the game that decides something big.
I
That
might
guard
have thought
overcurling
you
a little
did
bit.
it.
It's good. Blocks it.
What are you playing?
That's good.
It's not there anymore.
You still got here.
Need to put, like literally.
I don't
thin
think it's
part
there.
that they need.
Yeah.
I should come at it this way and really finish. But
It might be
I
able to make
get it,
this-
but it's a lot easier than a
Yeah.
double
I
run.
think that should.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they.
And if you do this, it's 2 instead of 3.
okay.
Yeah, you think so.
We have to her up.
7.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Because I gotta like finish.
You just gotta paper it.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
see what Jackson's saying there. You play this hit. He said if you get the roll in, at least it's 2 instead of 3. But looking at the scoreboard, that's probably the game either way. So have to come up with something big here. Catch this one thin, make the triple.
Whoa! Curl! Curl! Curl!
Just wants to paper
curl,
it.
curl, curl, curl. 2.
Gets one, rolls over the top. It is a steal of 2 more for Daniel Hocevar, currently holding a
You want to keep going, or are you done?
7-1 lead.
It's 7-1. Do you think we're getting
After
6 and 2
6
ends?
ends.
I don't know. They might be.
They only got 1 last end.
Discussion here by Brendan Rajala what they want to do.
I'm
We'll
done.
hold
But
while
I'll
we wait
keep
to
playing if
see.
all 3 of you want to keep going.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're not good, I guess.
It ain't there.
Your game.
And they're done.
There's the handshakes. Make the final score 7-1 for Team Daniel Hocevar. Comes through in a big moment with a big game and books his spot into the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
He will be the 7th seed tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Still plenty to figure out, though, on this
Grant some money, but that's okay.
Friday evening. But that will be it for our marquee matchup coverage here. Tune in to the CanadianJuniorCup.com website for all the scores and brackets for the playoffs tomorrow. On that, from myself and Rob, we'd like to thank you for tuning in with us today. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern